Hi, Rod checking in as we are doing week 5. First, thanks to all three of you men for being there Sunday night at the annual meeting. Secondly, my apologies to all of you for just now getting this video to you. But it was a great night together Sunday night, and about 2 hours after getting home and doing some work, I got on the road to go to San Diego, and Andrew Cantrell was kind enough to go with me so I could have some help driving, at least down during the morning hours. We went down at that time because there was a strategic meeting about associations and the future of associations that was conducted by all the associational leaders as an all-day Monday experience. And then we started into the pastors conference that was held Monday night and then through Tuesday at noon. So I'm a little late getting this to you, but all that said, I appreciate each one of you men because you greatly contributed what was shared in our Sunday night meeting and what we are trying to build in the future of our association and our work together for Christ. Because if you're being interns, you're being sent, you're answering the call of God in your lives, you're serving actively. So thank you so much for your examples. And thank you for taking on this challenge of doing master's level work. Please, I want you to feel welcome to email me, call me, ask for any kind of clarification that'll help you in going through this. Uh, we're almost at the halfway mark. Next week will be. And so thank you for your pushing and your persevering through this. And so keep going, stay in there. You can do it. By God's grace, you can do it. It is hard work and it will take discipline and time commitments to fulfill these assignments. But again, any way I can help, don't ever hesitate to call me. And then also, I'll try to be checking on you. Um, but please, if I don't get to you, come to me in anything you need to get this course accomplished for your benefit as far as the wisdom and the strengthening and discipline of what the course is guiding you through. Largely, studies in seminary are as much the discipline, character formation, as well the wisdom gleaned from Scripture and the text that you're studying for understanding how to follow Christ and how to serve Him in a fruitful manner, in a wise, effective manner. Okay, so first for the assignment this week, I am attaching an updated rubric, the one I sent to you Saturday night. It's not reflective of the point values that you are being awarded for the work done with this assignment. It's one change I'm hoping to see done at Liberty, but for you, I wanted to change it. And this is a 100-point assignment, the mentor interviews report you'll be turning in at the end of this week. So quickly, again, overviewing that the first page is giving the value of mentoring, the why of mentoring from Scripture and all that you've read. That's page number 1. The second and third pages are your contrasting and comparing and analyzing what you see as strengths and weaknesses in the 2 different interviews you had with the different mentors that you got to meet with. And then the fourth and fifth pages are you drawing your summary conclusions of what you are planning on using in your own ministries of carrying out 2 Timothy 2:2 and your mentoring and investing in others, of what you picked up from these 2 interviews, from those 2 mentors that you got to meet with. So that's your paper. 1-page intro, second and third page, the comparisons and analyzing strengths and weaknesses. And then pages 4 and 5, your conclusions. In other words, your takeaways, your applications. You feel impressed of God. This is what fits me. This is what I should be doing. This is what is right. This is what is honoring my Lord in Scripture to be more fruitful in carrying out mentoring and investing in others and helping them go further than I've gone. In addition to those 5 pages, then I'm asking for an appendices of just short answers to the questions that you asked of your interviewees, and then indicating those responses. Just short answers, give an appendix attached after your conclusion, 2 pages. So for this week, you're reading still in Howell, Servant of Servants, a lot of reading. I think you're going to the end of the book now with that this week to complete that text. And then you're also reading Blanchard, chapter 3, Lead Like Jesus. And then you have in Malphurs, Being Leaders, chapters 5 and 6. And on the course schedule, forgive me, I made a mistake and left a 1 dangling beside that. But you just have Malphurs chapters 5 and 6. So in chapter 5 is dealing with an influential leader. I would just say just 2 things and kind of highlighting and commenting on that chapter, and what you will be reading and looking at carefully there is the fact that, 1, being real with the Lord and with people. That's going to be key to be an influential leader. And then secondly, being disciplined. If I see a man's real with God and being real with me, I know we're all in progress until the day we die, but especially this millennial generation and X-Geners, they really cry out for being real. At least that's what they're popularly noted for. But in all generations, there has been this desire, very much so, of wanting to be real and wanting people to be real with you. So that's a God-given desire in human nature and in human relationships. And so this chapter is dealing with that, how to be an influential leader, and then being disciplined. If I get around a guy that I know he's disciplined, I will listen to that guy. I will want to find out more from him. So those are 2 keys. Watch for how those get expressed in chapter 5 of Malphurs. And then chapter 6, he's talking about a followed leader. He starts off the chapter with a quote from Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker, you can Google him. He's dead now, but he was a Christian man. He was known as how was it expressed of him? The leading management consultant in the world. Wrote a lot of books, used this text in a lot of schools and universities on leadership, but the guy was sharp. And so he has his quote about being a leader and those first few lines. But you might want to pick up other things from Drucker. If you ever have the chance, I'm encouraging you to do so. But again, you can Google and just ask for Peter Drucker quotes, and those will be very profitable to go through. And to memorize some of those, it really will help you and stand out to you. But in the chapter, he is talking about let me skip over to page 123, 4 stages of followers' readiness. I just wanted to make the comment, something that Howard Hendricks said as he again taught at Dallas Seminary for over 50 years. And that is that in the average church, and many times a pastor will leave because of this set of people or this group of people, but there are 8% that's never going to change, and that they will basically resist you as to changes you're trying to bring about for the good of the church and for the glory of God and being obedient to Christ. So I just wanted to share that thought in this breakdown he gives there on page 123, that sometimes I refer to that as the 8% Judas factor. If you take the 12, divide that into 100, it's about 8%. Judas out of the 12, 1 out of the 12 didn't go with Jesus. In fact, he opposed Jesus. And you're going to experience that Judas factor at different times throughout your ministry. So don't get blown away by that. Don't especially get focused on that 8%. That was very ably addressed at the pastors conference down at San Diego, I think on Monday night. But again, and I think if I can recall what one man was sharing, and it was really good that they had men that had been in their churches, 3 of them for 30 years. So they're going to try to provide that on the CSBC website in the next few weeks. I'll try to catch that and get that to you guys. But one of them said he left his second church before he should have, if I recall the story correctly, and he got focused on the 8%, those that were opposing him, instead of focusing on the 92% that were willing. Some are early gatherers. Is that what he says? Yeah, early followers, middle followers. This has been researched by a number of writers. In any entity, you have a new vision, a new dream. There's the early ones that jump on that and ready to go with you. Others that take some more information, more the mental juices having to flow, and then finally it all starts to align for them and they're on. And then the late followers, they don't go until they see a movement going, and once they see the movement going, they jump on the wagon. So that's the way it happens in a church on different strategic moves. And so this chapter is helpful about talking about different things and how you do handle opposition. The point he makes there in the second paragraph on 127 is important, and deal with disgruntled followers in private, not in public. And remember the old confrontation document. I'll attach that to this again, but you know, the fact that 95% of pastors will not confront when it's needful is what Maxwell said as he had traveled across America for some 7 to 10 years doing pastors' conferences and then talking with pastors one-on-one about particular challenges in their churches and realizing most of the time they had not confronted, or they had not confronted in the right way. So confrontation is not the wrong thing. It's confronting in the wrong spirit is the wrong thing. So thanks, guys, for all your work. Again, any way I can help, don't ever hesitate to call me or contact me. But hang in there, and I want to try to be faithful and hang in there with you to get to the finish. All right. God bless you, man. Have a great rest of the week. Bye. Oh, you're also responding to your discussion board topic from last week, responding to one another this week. Thanks. Bye.